This video is about 3 locations. The list you can see on the screen, but let's begin with the first one. Baty gate or Sophia gate. The gate, how they looked like up to 1240, when the Mongol Tatars Khan Baty conquered the Kiev and destroyed the city, including this gate.
On the Volodymyrskaya street you can find red marking stones. This is a place where approximately 1000 years ago there was the gate, Baty gate or Volodymyrsky gate. Now there is only some red stones which point at us the red place. And if you go further, for example, and turn left before this blue building, there will be the rest of wall. I mean marking stones which show us the lines we used to stay wall of old Kiev. Yeah. So we turn to this small dead-end street, and we can see now the red stones on the ground, yes, on the street, on the zone, pedestrian zone. It means that here was the walls. Here were the walls of old Kiev, the central part, and also here a lot of rest metal parts, some swords, coins, and some agriculture tools. I mean, when this business center was have been erected maybe 10 years ago, all the things were found here.
Desetina Church, it was erected in 1996, and this year it was the biggest church in Europe, but it was destroyed by Khan Baty in 1240. In 1630, instead of this church which we see on the photo, here was built up a little man church, and in 1842 there was built up the third church, also Desetina Church. We can see this photo picture and then photo on the screen. But to regret, in 1928 the Soviet communists they destroyed this church, yes, on the photo. So it means this Desetina Church it was built up 3 times, and 3 times it died.
Here we can see the rest of Desetina Church, the first stone church in Kiev, Rus, which was destroyed during invasion of Khan Baty in 1246, as far as I remember. Of course, this is not the rest. This is just red stones marking, or which show us where was the foundation of this church. So the church existed maybe, as far as I remember, for 200 years only, and was destroyed. Also here is a linden. I think one of the oldest trees in Ukraine, in Kyiv, 100% sure. A very old linden, and it's still alive, because in summer it's green. Believe me, you will see photo lately of this linden in summer. And also there is some text inscription, and for example it's written that this linden was planted in 17th century, so rather old tree. From the near the basement of this church there is small description, so how it looked like before originally. Yeah, so you can see this is the church, and it was destroyed by Tatars, by Khan Baty in 1240. So you can imagine that this church used to stay here. approximately 800 years ago. Then lately in 1635 it was attempt to rebuild, yeah. Then it was partially wooden. Then in 1828 it was erected already like from stone. Okay, not like original form, but approximately. But finally in 1936 it was destroyed by Soviet communists. Yeah. So second life. First this church. So this church died 2 times. First it was destroyed in 1240 by Tatars, Han Baty, and then in 1936 it died after destroying of Soviet communists. Yeah. Not very happy story.